The digital ecosystem is saturated with fleeting trends and algorithmic anomalies, but occasionally, something transcends the noise, a moment of pure, undeniable talent that breaks the internet, not through shock value, but through sheer musical excellence. This is not just a viral hit. This is the story of two sisters, a biological mystery, and a direct challenge to the Hollywood gatekeepers. This is the phantom harmony of Lucy and Martha Thomas. The digital ecosystem is often defined by fleeting trends and calculated shock value. However, in early 2026, a singular event disrupted the global algorithm. A living room recording from Wigan, England, featuring Lucy and Martha Thomas, achieved a level of viewership that left Silicon Valley analysts stunned. Within hours, the performance surpassed the reach of major labels with multi-million-dollar marketing budgets. This was not the result of a viral dance or a celebrity endorsement. It was a victory of technical merit over artificial hype. For a U.S. audience accustomed to overproduced pop, the sheer clarity of the sound was a revelation. It signaled a shift in how global stars are made, proving that in an age of digital noise, true excellence remains the ultimate disruptor. The video didn't just climb the charts, it broke the traditional pathway to stardom, forcing the industry to question its own relevance in a world where talent can bypass the gatekeepers entirely. What listeners experience in this duet is not merely a pleasant blend. It is a rare, scientific phenomenon known as blood harmony. This specific resonance occurs when siblings, sharing identical vocal tract structures and DNA, lock their frequencies with surgical precision. When Martha's depth anchors Lucy's crystalline tone, they create what vocal coaches describe as a phantom voice, a third, ethereal harmony that seems to exist independently of the singers. This is a biological mystery hidden within the audio waves, creating a physical sensation of calm for the listener. While modern studio technology can simulate many things, it cannot replicate the organic alignment of two voices forged from the same genetic blueprint. For the American market, which has long been the epicenter of the 90s diva era, this performance feels like a homecoming to the vocal technicality of Whitney Houston or Celine Dion, but with a modern, haunting intimacy that feels entirely new and untouched. Long before the viral explosion, Lucy Thomas was a standout performer on The Voice Kids UK. In the high-stakes environment of reality television, the typical trajectory is to capitalize on instant fame before the buzz fades. However, Lucy chose a path of calculated silence. Instead of signing a predatory contract or rushing a generic single to the market, she stepped away from the spotlight. This hiatus was a high-risk gamble that many industry insiders viewed as a career-ending move.
In reality, it was a period of intense refinement. By retreating to hone her craft in private, she avoided the typical pitfalls of child stardom that have claimed so many young talents in Hollywood. When she finally re-emerged alongside her sister Martha, she was no longer a reality show contestant, but a mature artist with a clear vision. This patience allowed them to build a foundation of artistic integrity that is virtually unheard of in today's fast-paced, disposable music industry. As the views climb into the stratosphere, the world's most powerful record labels reportedly came calling. In the traditional music business, a viral hit is usually followed by a high-pressure contract and a total rebranding of the artist's image. Yet, sources close to the Thomas camp suggest a fascinating wall of independence has been erected. Reports indicate the sisters have turned away major industry gatekeepers, choosing sovereignty over their art instead of the traditional sell your soul deals. This independent stance is a direct challenge to the corporate architecture of Los Angeles. By keeping their operation entirely in-house, they maintain total control over their voices, their visual presentation, and their future. This refusal to play by the standard rules has made them the most talked about underground superstars in the world.
It is a rebellion of the highest order, proving that in 2026, you don't need a skyscraper in Manhattan to reach the hearts of millions across the globe. The choice to cover Can You Feel the Love Tonight was not merely a tribute to a classic. It was perhaps the most strategic audition in internet history. By performing a Disney masterpiece with such technical perfection, the sisters effectively placed themselves in the crosshairs of every major film and theatrical producer in the world. There is leaked speculation among industry insiders that secret meetings in London and Los Angeles are already underway. Some suggest they are being groomed for a massive big screen debut, while others believe they are destined to take over the West End or Broadway. The song choice acted as a universal bridge, proving they possess the Disney-esque purity that is a multi-billion-dollar commodity in the entertainment world. However, this raises a compelling tension. Can their brand of authentic hometown intimacy survive the massive scale of a blockbuster production? They have proven they can dominate the digital space. Now the world watches to see if they can conquer the stage. While the spotlight often shines brightest on Lucy's lead vocals, Martha Thomas is increasingly viewed as the secret weapon that keeps the operation from collapsing. In an industry where sibling rivalries often lead to public collapses and bitter legal battles, the Thomas sisters appear to be an unbreakable unit.
Martha provides a mature depth and a stabilizing presence that shields the duo from the intense scrutiny often directed at solo female artists. Her contribution is not just vocal, it is structural. By shifting the narrative from a solo act to a family legacy, they have created a protective shield around their personal lives. This dynamic prevents the diva narrative from taking hold, ensuring that the focus remains entirely on the art. Some observers wonder if Martha is the strategist behind the scenes, ensuring the sisters stay grounded as the world around them becomes increasingly chaotic. Their bond is the foundation of their success, a rare example of mutual respect in a business built on ego. There is a growing movement of listeners who have abandoned mainstream radio, claiming that modern music has become soulless and over-engineered. For this demographic, the Thomas sisters are the antidote. The comment sections of their videos are flooded with viewers who say they were moved to tears, not just by the song, but by the realization that talent of this caliber still exists. In a world dominated by fake personalities and auto-tuned performances, their raw vocal power feels like a return to truth. They have tapped into a deep cultural hunger for authenticity, a hunger that the traditional music industry has largely ignored in favor of algorithmic trends. This performance has become a rallying cry for those who value technical excellence over image.
By focusing on the purity of the sound above all else, the sisters have inadvertently become the leaders of a musical counterculture, proving that the most radical thing an artist can do in the 2020s is simply to be exceptionally talented and remarkably real. The true magic of the Thomas sisters lies in their setting, often recorded in the familiar, modest surroundings of their home. This creates a sense of intimacy that makes the viewer feel like a guest rather than a consumer. However, as they transition into global superstars, this intimacy faces an existential threat. The shocking truth is that we might be witnessing the final moments of their independent era. As a reporter who has seen this cycle many times, the pattern is predictable. The unknown talent becomes exposed, and the purity is slowly eroded by corporate interests. Will they be able to maintain their living room soul when they are performing in front of tens of thousands? There is a profound irony in their success. The more people they reach, the harder it becomes to maintain the quiet connection that made them famous in the first place. The stakes have never been higher as they attempt to scale their success without losing the very essence of what makes their blood harmony feel so personal and profound to the listener. Despite their independent status, the quality of their audio and visual output is remarkably high, leading to intense speculation about their resources.
Some wonder if there is a hidden benefactor funding their productions, or if they have discovered a proprietary way to game the system. However, a deeper look reveals a meticulous attention to detail that mirrors their vocal training. They are part of a new generation of digital native artists who have mastered the tools of production themselves. This level of technical proficiency allows them to bypass the expensive studio fees that traditionally kept artists in debt to labels. Their ability to deliver a studio-grade experience from a home setting is a direct threat to the established order of the recording industry. It proves that the gate is no longer locked. The keys are now in the hands of anyone with the talent and the technical knowledge to use them. They are not just singers, they are the architects of their own sonic universe, operating with a level of precision that defies their age.
As the final notes of Can You Feel the Love Tonight fade away, it is clear that the story of the Thomas sisters is only just beginning. They have become the new gold standard for vocal duets, leaving the rest of the industry trying to decode their secret. Their journey serves as a powerful demonstration that the pathway to global stardom is shifting. Pure, raw talent, coupled with unwavering artistic independence, is proving capable of defeating the massive marketing budgets of the old guard. The world waits, breathlessly, to see what their next move will be.
Will they sign the mega deal and risk their purity, or will they continue to chart a new course for artists everywhere? Whatever happens next might just change the music industry forever. They have proven that excellence is not a trend. It is a timeless commodity. In the final analysis, Lucy and Martha Thomas are not just a viral moment. They are a reminder that even in a digital age, the human voice remains the most powerful instrument on the planet.